I'm just going to do a short training on the best way to build your business through the warm market. That's getting DVDs out to them as fast as you possibly can. Now the warm market is people you know warmly, so if you've got your address book in the house, everybody's telephone number and address there is in the warm market. So if you can get 100 DVDs out of your warm market, you'll find some great people to join, and probably people you never thought would be interested. And what you should do is just phone them up and say, "Hi Fred, it's Dave here. I've just come across something really exciting. I'd love your opinion on it." That's all you've got to do. And people love to give their opinion on things. So that's how you attack your warm market. Everybody in that address book. Now most people don't join straight away. A percentage will, and that'll get you off to a start. But sometimes it's timing. Sometimes they weren't right to have a look, or something's not right in their life, or they feel pretty happy at that time. So this little sentence helped me massively. The finished file is a result of years of scientific results and of progress. Now it's a very small sentence. What I want you to count up there is that how many letter F's you can see in that little sentence. Now this made massive sense to me when I seen the results of this. This little sentence got massive difference in results. Now when you do this to an audience of about 100 people who's never seen it before, you usually find more than 50% of the room can see 3 F's, and these are ones you can see: the one in the finished, the one in the file, and the one in the scientific. Now what most people cannot see, and it's strange this, some people can see 4, 5 and 6 F's, and what they don't see is the little of. So some people can see 1 of, but there's actually another 2 there, so there's actually 6 F's. So that helped me massively, that people don't see it straight away. Sometimes they want to see you earning money first, so it's all about getting your story. So just explain a little bit again on the catalogue side of it. On dropping catalogues, if you first drop 100 or 200 catalogues, you ain't going to get that many orders. You may maybe get 5 or 6 orders. Could be quite good orders, them 5 or 6. But what will happen, a lot of people, and I can remember just like yesterday, a lot of people says, well, not this time, but maybe next time. And that's a test to see how reliable you're going to be. And give customers good customer service, that number will increase massively. So once you've dropped the same area 5 or 6 times over like a 4 or 5 week period, you'll have a good customer base. You'll be missing out the nasty houses, and every 100 houses you usually find one house which is a complete waste of time. You might even have found a couple of empty houses. So once you've missed them out, the customer base will be getting me better and better, and it'll grow and grow, giving you a great story. Now it's the same with your warm market. A small percentage will join straight away, and probably the ones that you wouldn't think would be going to join. And a lot of people will say, well maybe, but we'll see how you do first. Now that's important, that you get your story to show them it's working. It doesn't have to be huge checks, it's just small checks that gets them to join. So they're watching what you do all the time. And even the people that say no, and some of them can be quite rude, say that all them things are scams that don't work. Well, they can be some of your best people, so email them as well. It just goes to prove getting a good story, and it just makes the thing actually work. So your warm market, very important, is to send them copies of your checks, your first one, your second one, your third one. A good run of checks is the most powerful thing you can do to get anybody to join. Newspaper stories is always that happening about the opportunity. Now this is where it's get exciting. You can actually turn your cold market into your warm market using technology. Now cold market is everybody you don't know. So I'll just move this down a second so you can see it. Now this is using the power of an autoresponder. Once you've had gone into the cold market, we'll have a fish pond train, which I'll talk about in a second, with 43 different activities to generate leads. Anybody who comes through your website will actually be, at the back end of it, will go into a contact manager autoresponder. That gives you in the future a way to email everybody coming out with a first name, and people love to be coming by their first name. So once you've done a follow-up call and you found out what they were looking for, and if the timing wasn't right, that person now knows you as a warm market. So it's important you don't burn a bridge with them when speaking, because you never know when it's going to come round that they'll actually join. So like I say, the fish pond activity, there's 43 ways to generate leads. So this changed the cold lead into a warm lead. An email by email dripping into their email box every now and again with a story. A percentage will join every time you send an email. And we've just had a story of somebody who's been on somebody's mailing list now for 8 years, and they've decided to join just because the timing's right, or a story actually inspired them. So every time your email list, it warms them up. Use stories, best as your own. Them first few checks are so powerful. If you don't have one, get a story. Then use other stories that will send down the system. Best stories are between 500 and £1,000. The 10, 15, 20, 30,000 pound a month stories are just too unbelievable that people get until people are involved and really understand how it works to achieve them big checks. So part-time fast story, first month stories are very, very powerful. Big checks may not seem actually real to these people at all. So here's a video inside Autoresponder. Couple of things. It's new technology, so you mightn't understand it. I didn't, but both these companies have fantastic telephone support. So if you get stuck, phone them up and ask them for help, and they'll talk you through it click by click, and you can actually write down how you do it. And once you've learned it once and you can go back to your little book, you'll not get stuck again. You'll just follow it click by click. If you do get stuck for some reason, phone the customer service. Don't bury your head in the sand. But the power of contact managers is absolutely amazing. So I've got two here to show you that I'm using. This is the first one. I'm not going to go through all the details of how it works. That's what their support centre is there for actually showing you how that helps. But it's personalised, so it's got "Hello Gavin." So it's even the service itself is personalised to me. But this one I started just over a year ago has now got over 7,000 prospects in there. So I can send an email which comes out personalised to every single one of them, and they feel special when that email comes in. They mightn't read it straight away, but they notice it. So your email coming into their box on a regular basis, they know it's not spam because it's coming out with their first name. Now the other one I use is Get Response, and there's going to be a link to the right here where you can just click on these to go to the website to get more details. But this one's got 5,000 people in, nearly 5,000, 4,944. Now the clever thing about this one, you can have multiple campaigns, so you can have different ones running at the same time, and it's a little bit cheaper than the other one because of the numbers you can actually put into it. And the call centre's America, so the good thing is you can actually they're open late into the evening. So I think they start at about 1 PM UK time, and they're still going at 1 AM UK time because of the time difference. That means when everything's finished, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, you can pick up the phone and actually set this up. But do get stuck into this, because the bigger these prospect lists grow, then the more people you'll get to join in the future. And just by keep updating them, this is an actually gold mine. The bigger you get these lists, the better it is for the future.